Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zach. We're doing another ECOMI OMI video. Currently the price is 7.1 on the low 7.015 and a higher 7.243. Let me just quickly update that, 7.191. Anyway, in this video we're going to go over some of the AMA that we missed yesterday, I believe it was. VeVe are great at putting out updates as to what you've missed, if you've missed it, of course, and we're also going to have a listen to some of, not all of, but some of the Q&A through Kyle Wilson's channel. So of course make sure to subscribe to him for all that stuff. But with that being said, let's go on to the quick thread, see what's happened with Disney and other stuff, and go from there. So since Disney was announced, we've had 300,000 new users, 20 to 30,000 new users a day, and over 125,000 going for collectibles at peak times. We're now over 1 million monthly active users. We owe our growth to you, our amazing community and influencers. Thank you so much. Now, I want to make it very clear how important that actually is. Now, some of you know that I work on content for multiple different games. One of them would be Valorant. Right up there, you can see there's a V logo, if you like, and that is the Valorant logo. So I'm very aware of sort of player bases and etc, etc. Now, realistically, the biggest games in the world, generally you can expect to see roughly around 100 million plus users per month. Valorant itself, because of things that I've been trying to tell Riot to do, but you know, I don't work there, so who knows. They have roughly around 10 to 15 million monthly active users. So when we think about VeVe, which is a realistically e-commerce startup, not owned by a big company like Riot Games or a big company like Activision Blizzard, etc., 1 million monthly active users is insane. That's actually huge, especially us being a year in. Realistically, at this rate of growth, we are going to be, we can definitely be challenging the biggest games in the world, which is huge, right? Because the gaming industry is bigger than Hollywood. So that being said, then we have some Lincoln Design skateboards. We mistakenly dumped them into the SR. We're working on a second secret race to deliver to those still waiting. It'll be a slightly updated design, you'll get an email, etc. Regarding bots, industry-wide issue, we've spoken about this. Fighting bots is like playing whack-a-mole, smashing each one as it comes up. People will always find new exploits, but we now have some of the world's top anti-bot security on our app. We're the team of professionals who are helping us smash them, so the already tiny percentage gets even lower. Now, we have made a video going over that already, so make sure to check that out on the channel. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this channel for everything happening in the space. Market updates-wise, it's more transparent. Who you're buying from now, we know you want to buy from legitimate people, so we're working on that. It will be a big deal when the Master Collect program comes out, which we have made a video about yesterday, I believe. You'll be able to see seller ratings, profiles, etc. Then looking at scaling, because we spoke about this again in yesterday's video about, you know, getting Pokemon on, for example. That's going to be probably a bigger conversion than Disney. And if you don't understand why, I've explained it in the last video. Our system runs very well for the amount of users we have at the moment. Whilst the current drop system is fun, it is an inefficient way to run a drop for our current amount of users. A new drop format is being planned. More on that below. So timelines-wise, as a collectible business, we need to show good results with licenses, brands, and users. So we need to focus on collectibles. Currently, the exposure we received from the Disney partnership has been priceless for VeVe long term. Many fans from the art world have also come up on because of Decon. That will always be our core business for the foreseeable future. That said, we are still working on immutable MTL, OUP, etc. MTL wise, the main work is all done on our end. Didn't want to roll out big updates before Disney or Decon happen to avoid any issues. Makes sense. We will push this live into the public build of the app, roll out to beta testers, then roll out to the public shortly thereafter. Immutable wise, moving to phase 2 likely this week. We'll be reminting all the NFTs on the new blockchain. Remember, I'm pretty sure phase 3 is where we actually have to do whatever we're going to be doing with it. And they'll be providing instructions on that. VeVe runs on GoChain currently. We feel Ethereum is the best place to go next. NFTs will be more interoperable, and ETH Layer 2 is more environmentally friendly. Again, Immutable X. Showroom V2, there'll be a new gallery, empty space showroom, undo redo function, etc. We will release an article on it very soon, so I would expect that to come in the next week, hopefully. That's not me, actually. I don't know. I'm hoping that it'll come out the next week. MCP VO2, we've already gone over that. I say we've already gone over that. We went over that in a previous video. Secret rare points have been raised from 0.5 to 5. When you break it down, secret rares make a very small percentage of collectibles, so we believe it's more balanced. OMI utility program article is ready to go. It'll be dropping early next week. So we'll be talking about that for sure. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for all info on that, and not just info, but analysis too. Drop updates, current drop model. Let me make it very clear. That is actually going to be one of the biggest things we see of this year, probably. I'm excited because I've heard that David Yu has spoken about OMI not just being a token for VeVe's, right? Drop updates. Current drop model is exciting but efficient given the amount of users. Moving to a waiting system soon, but designing it with excitement in mind. It will be more efficient and fair across the board. Then let's look at, will we be able to purchase items in the market with OMI? Yes. I think at this point we're actually looking at the Q&A, right? Yeah. So this way we're actually going to go to the Q&A itself. I think the first question we're going to hear is about KYC.
My question was, will integrating KYC help to eliminate the issue with bots that
comes to bot questions?
Like I say, we are already using very good bot detection systems. And I think we need to be careful with KYC. I mean, there will absolutely be some form of KYC in the future as the products expand and the value grows. But we need to be careful that anyone who's in crypto knows, boom, I go to an exchange, I've got to sign up, KYC, etc. It's kind of a known and accepted part of that process. However, if you're a standard collector and you hear about VeVe and you come in, and then I immediately have to provide all of this information before getting in, in my opinion, it creates a barrier and resistance to entry. So I believe that we have the good people on the ground now working to prevent these bad actors coming into the platform. There will be some degree of KYC coming in the future, but it will more than likely when you reach certain levels of value, if that makes sense.
KYC confirmed.
Okay, thank you. That's a fair point.
Thank you, Crypto. Let's move on to CVV.
Yes, hi, thank you. This is Dree with CVV Entertainment. First, let me say thank you so much for having this space. You're really sharing very helpful information. I do have a question. Do you foresee the VeVe application moving to the web where we could go and participate in the drops, or will this be solely through the app?
Okay, so this is where DD is important. And to be fair, this isn't really a big conversation in the community, I guess, at the moment. So I understand why it hasn't been spoken about much. But yeah, obviously we've known there's going to be a web application for a few months now. But of course, people who are new to the project won't be aware of that. So that's all good.
Yes, 100% we do. It is in development right now. So I think we can expect that to be rolled out sometime in January. So you'll be able to choose whether you want to do your drops from in bed if it's 5 a.m. in the morning, or you can sneakily have VeVe up at lunchtime at your workplace if that's what you want as well.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that. That's really awesome. Thank you.
At Kyle Wilson.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Let's move to one more from Twitter. And I'm going to direct this one to Mr. Yu. Skeet asks, following the huge success that was DesignerCon, what's the future in-person event schedule you're looking at to host or attend? Moves being made, plans in the work, DCon UK, cough, cough, hint, hint, wink, wink. What do you say?
Yeah.
Oklahoma Comic Con. Just kidding.
Great question. So, yeah, we want to be in every event possible. We do have another possible live event in the planning for the coming months. I don't think there's any more in this side of the holiday season.
Okay. When he said live event, I thought he meant we're looking at a Travis Scott or a Ariana Grande concert type of thing in the VeVe's. I'm like, hold up, that's early. That's real early. I think he means a real life event as such.
Year we meant to be at New York Comic Con, but some of our licensor did pull out, in a way, last minute planning due to COVID. So, I'm pretty confident next year with everything returning back to normal and how successful DCon has been, we will be rolling out our, international roadshow. And obviously, DCon's going to be running in UK. And I think this was a topic discussed yesterday with some of the DCon teams that we will look at expanding to UK. We want to be everywhere our fans is. And I think in the next few months, we're going to be rolling out new categories. I mean, Dan mentioned many times with me emphasis on, right now we have collectibles from comic, statues, animation.
Okay, so I didn't want to interrupt David, but what he's saying is exactly what I want to be talking about right now. So I'm just going to say it real quick. One thing that this is literally just popped in my head right now. I obviously I'm in the gaming sphere, so I'm excited about that. I really want to see gaming NFTs, but I'm actually not concerned. I'm curious as to whether or not we haven't seen gaming NFTs, gaming IPs as NFTs on VeVe yet, even as much as small games, right? I'm not talking about AAA titles like Call of Duty, but even Final Fantasy isn't a small game, but Square Enix have shown their interest in NFTs and stuff. So it would be interesting to see them pull off some gaming IP NFTs. My wonder is, like I said with Pokemon and how the conversion rate for that, in my opinion, will be higher than Disney. Gaming specifically, when gamers catch on to what this is, they ain't gonna let us go. I'm thinking about it now, and they ain't gonna let us go. Gamers are gonna go hard on this, and they're gonna spend a ridiculous amount of money on NFTs of their IP. A lot of gamers are against NFTs, but a lot of people are against something until it benefits them. And I think that's what's going to happen here. Gamers are so digitally native; they'll see this, they'll buy it. So maybe, just maybe, but I mean, it depends on which IPs they work with. Because if they work with a smaller IP that has, say, I don't know, 1 million people playing their game per month, that would still bring in a sizable. That'd probably bring in, I would say, at least 1% of that will come over to VeVe, which would still be 10, to 100,000, depending on the percentages. But I do wonder if that, and I might be wrong. Straight up, I might be wrong. It might be nothing to do with them not being ready for it. But yeah, when gaming IPs come over to VeVe, it's gonna be I can't even. I'll explain it some other time how big that is if I can.
And there's other areas that we really want to get into, such as music, sports is another category we haven't come out with, and there will be other comic publishers that we want to start to introduce. So in DC, a lot of these other events and category that we're bringing out will have
Action Comics
live events as well. For example, if it's sports, there will be some sort of sports event that VeVe will.
DC wise, I feel like we'll probably see a similar turnout to Marvel, which is cool, right? Because Marvel's been doing great. I guess my excitement isn't as shared because I'm not a comic nerd, and I say that incredibly endearingly because I'm a gaming nerd. There's no, nothing about that specifically using the word nerd. It's just, a fan essentially. But yeah.
Be attending to have a booth. But with in regards to more specific and more relevant what we're doing now, yes, we will be looking at Comic-Con and DCon, and there will be follow-up shortly on our announcement where we will be. And we'd love our fans to be as engaged as possible and do show up and support us. And the takeaway note from our first live show is we will be doing a lot more planning. We'll have bigger booths that's being fully well designed and move in, move out, where we can move these booths around the country in the US. And we are going to look for volunteers because we can't be in every city everywhere at once. And going back to the question where some of the users are asking, some of the editions that we keep, we are keeping them, some of these editions back for the reason we do see 4 to 5 cons running all at once, and we do want these NFT to be showcased in different locations, and we do need to send them out to different accounts to utilize these. So we are really thinking ahead of the game at the moment.
That's a lot.
Thank you. Okay, let's go back to the stage. I got Droy up here. Is that how you say it, Droy?
I think we'll
Roy.
We'll listen to one more question and then I'll probably call it there. I'm trying to think about this. If this. Oh, okay. So apparently, I'm looking at the Twitter thread for what the summary of this would be, and actually, it looks like they talk about gaming later on, because I see right here. I'll show you real quick what I'm looking at. In fact, I could probably show you through this. Any gaming IP coming to VeVe, we are constantly bringing new things like stamps, etc. So we also hope that expands to gaming in the future. Okay.
For the community. Yeah, great, guys, and thank you for giving me the chance to speak. I'm representing a small Dutch group.
I mean, sorry to interrupt this person, by the way, I do apologize. That's kind of like, I feel like what I said might ring true in that case. If they are just like genuinely thinking, okay, the conversion is going to be so high that that's going to be an immense load on the server, that would be cool. But feels weird to couple gaming in with stamps. Really, really weird to couple those two together. Stamps are big. Stamps are important. But yeah, that's weird. Okay.
In Telegram and yeah, a VeVe collector from the start, and great to see the community here and some great names. Respect that. Yeah, it's really been an amazing journey. So hi to all. I have one question. Now that we see so much traction within VeVe, right? A lot of new members, a lot of new NFTs, great projects. Really respect for that, and the ones who are really choosing those kind of great art pieces and collaborations. What I do miss is something that we now have such a large user base, is to do really something good with those NFTs. So maybe something like a charity type of thing, event where we can buy, let's say something, I just say something from WWF, right? Or something to do on carbon mitigation, a special NFT that gives something back to the world.
I've already asked them,
because I would love to buy such an NFT and also do something for a good cause.
A long time ago.
Something like that in the
They said yes.
Yes. We did run a program for the LGBT community a few months back, I think early on this year, and for the Pride Day, and we did, and thanks for everyone who participated, and I think we raised about 128,000 US for that course. We will have other fundraising events that we are in the plan and working on. So, and once again, we'll be announcing these when the appropriate time comes up. And also, I think earlier this year, most of you will know, we have announced our environmental, carbon emission.
They definitely, for a startup, they've definitely taken part in incredibly important topic or discussion. So that's good. I want to have a look at what they were saying about the gaming thing, because that was at the end of the thread. So I just want to see if I can catch that real quick. If not, it is 20 minutes already, so I might even finish it there, to be honest with y'all. I'll make a video talking about gaming and VeVe and stuff. I'll look at what they spoke about. We'll make a video about it. What are your thoughts on everything you've heard, though? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your take on everything going on here. But with that being said, I'm going to end the video here. 20 minutes long, very long. Thank you for watching. If this video was interesting, I hope to you in any way, shape, or form, like, so appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and Carl Wilson for more content around VeVe NFTs and everything else going on. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you in the next VeVe video.